right here is that I'm on the E string in and of itself, and then I go 5 frets up, and that means I'm on an A. Now, how do I know this? The way that I know this is that as you go up each string, the notes rise in pitch. So I start out on E, okay, then I go to F, half step up, it rises in half steps, to F sharp, good, to G sharp, to A, and that's how I know there's an A. For those of you who don't know, the musical alphabet is from A to G, and each note gets a sharp except for B and E. In certain cases they can be sharp, but we're not going to talk about those in this video. So each string is like this. So you start out on the A string. Now this A and this A right here are actually the same note, but we'll get to that later, okay? So if I start out on A, we go A to B flat to B, right? To C sharp. See how we're rising in pitch a half step each time. So 1 fret, 1 half step, right? To D sharp, to E. All right, getting the picture on the D string. D, E flat, I'm sorry, E natural, F sharp, to G sharp, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to do the other strings just because I think you're getting the idea. Now, also what you can do to help memorize the notes even faster is to literally just play each note going on each individual string and say the notes in order. So basically the way you can tell which note is which is you play the open string and you just recite the musical alphabet a half step up each time. So chromatically speaking, the word for that is chromatically, meaning every single note in the octave. So E to F sharp, then G sharp, then A, then B, then C, and to C sharp, all the way to infinity until you can say the cycle so many times that you just get sick of it. Now that you know the musical alphabet and how the notes laid out work, how do you actually go about memorizing the physical notes? Well, I have a solution to this too. It's very simple. I would say, remember how I said that the neck ascends chromatically? Well, there's a certain type of scale that we use in order to derive that. We call that the chromatic scale. Makes sense. And chromatic is just, once again, it's just another fancy way of saying all the notes in the octave. All 12 notes. So, I would say play the chromatic scale. So, if none of you know how to play the chromatic scale on the neck, I can show you like this. So, it goes, so we're going to start out on the 5th fret on the A that I showed you earlier. And we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8 frets. Then we're going to go down to the 4th fret and switch strings to the A string. And we're going to play, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Then we're going to go to the D string, and we're going to go down to the 3rd fret, and we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to the G string, lower another fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the only exception to this, notice how I'm moving down a half step each time, so I'm going like this on the neck. But the only time you're not going to do this is when you transition from the G to the B strings. So on the B string, what we're going to do is we're just going to go down to the B string but stay in the same position. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the only time we do not change positions whatsoever. Okay? Now, when we go to the E string, we're going to we're going to lower a fret again. So we're going to go down to the first fret and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And that's the chromatic scale. So play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we're going to do, so you get it all the way across the neck, is we're going to play that shape that I just showed you all over the place. So how we're going to do this? So play it one more time. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to go in reverse and we're going to move up a fret. So move up a fret and we're going to play the exact same thing but backwards. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going up as opposed to down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go up a fret, and then I'm going to ascend. So on guitar, raising in pitch, ironically, is going towards the floor, and descending, lowering in pitch, is going up towards the ceiling, even though it should be the other way around, theoretically speaking. So we're going to go on the 7th fret, and then I'm just going to play a couple runs of this for y'all so you know what I'm talking about. Go up, 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 and you get the idea, and go all the way up the neck. Kind of hard to do on this guitar, but go all the way up the neck and then go back down, simply put. Now, how will this help you memorize all the notes on the neck? So first of what I would do to go about note memorization is I would memorize all the notes on one string like I did earlier in the video. So I would go E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. And once you get to the 12th fret, the cycle repeats. I would do that on every single string, and once I became very, very, very good at that, I would then play the chromatic scale, which is every single note, and you can tell what note is next based on it just rises by a half step. Okay, so what do I mean by this? So that shape I showed you, if I go A sharp, B, C, what's my next note? C sharp. How do I know where it is? I just go down a fret and switch to the A string. C sharp, D, D sharp, E. What's my next note? F, right? So then where I know where F is, where I just go, well, lower my finger down one fret, and then go to the next string. F, F sharp, G, G sharp. Okay, where's my next note? And what is it? A. Okay, so I just lower it one fret, and then switch strings. A, B flat, B, C. So literally, let's try practicing the chromatic scale and saying each note. Okay, I'm gonna start on B just because it's a little bit easier for y'all to see my fingers. Okay, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, move up a fret, B, A sharp, A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, E, D sharp, D, C sharp, C, B, A sharp, A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, E, D sharp, D, C sharp, C. And I would start there with memorizing all the notes. And once you can do that perfectly, you can start using other scales like the major scale to link everything together. Alright guys, that's my video. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.